Hey everyone, so I'm long overdue for my next Empties video because my little Empties drawer was absolutely packed. I had stuff left on top of the little set of drawers because I couldn't fit everything in. So I'll start off with the skincare stuff because I have a few bits to get through, so I don't want to waffle too much. So the first thing was this John Frieda Luxurious Volume Shampoo. I don't think I got the conditioner for this. I think I just got the shampoo, yeah. Because I prefer to get volumizing shampoos and then conditioners that make me kind of more shiny rather than worrying about volume. This is a cleansing shampoo that doesn't strip. It just helps to not weigh down your hair, which is great for anyone who has very, very fine hair like myself. It can definitely get weighed down and look kind of greasy and heavy quite quickly, especially if I use products. So I definitely want to use something that won't weigh it down for the initial cleansing stage, and that's that guy. So I would repurchase that. I really liked it. Then the next thing, which I just said, kind of alluded to there, is the Lee Stafford Hair Growth Treatment. I have 3 of these that I finished off, and I'd say it's a good 4 months since my last Empties video. So I go through about 1 of these a month. I'm currently using their hair repair treatment because they were out of these the last time I went to purchase it. I'm giving that a go. I still don't love it as much as these though. I just don't get that kind of same wow factor from it as I did from these. And I have been getting a slight more build up of hairs in the drain since I stopped using this treatment compared to when I was using it. So I think that says a lot as well. Love that stuff. I did repurchase another one since, and as soon as I finish the hair repair treatment, I'm going to go back to the hair growth treatment. Then I finished up on my Aussie. This always happens to my Aussie bottles. It doesn't happen to like every shampoo bottle I have, but to the Aussie ones it does, just where they get really like out of shape, really messed up looking, even when they're like there's still a lot of product into them, but that's what they look like now empty. And it's the Miracle Shine conditioner and shampoo. I did really love the shine this stuff gave my hair. It didn't weigh me down, which is one of the reasons why I love Aussie shampoos and like hair products in general, because it doesn't weigh you down. When you have fine hair, that's something you always have to look out for, and these don't weigh me down. So these give shine and vibrancy. I think it was about 5 something or 6 something per bottle. I'm not too sure. Those were sent to me anyhow, but I did do a blog post on them with the prices and stuff like that in them, so I'll link to that blog post below. And I also finished off the 3-minute Miracle Shine. So if I finish off shampoos and conditioners, it usually means that I really love them, because I'll often just kind of pass them along to someone else if I don't love them, because I've so many to kind of use up that if I don't love something, I don't like kind of see the point in using it up when I have other ones that I'd rather try out that might be better for me. So, not that I'd throw them away, I'd always pass them on to someone else. So this was the 3-minute Miracle Shine. I'm using another one of their treatments at the moment, and I just love their treatments. They're really nice to use kind of intermittently in between using my Lee Stafford treatment. Then they were all the hair bits. I have one thing that I've never used before, or shown before rather, and it's a toothpaste. Now I take very good care of my teeth, especially since I had the braces, and I like to keep them as white as possible. In the past, more as a teenager, I just naturally had slightly off-white teeth. I was never very, very whited when I was younger. Particularly, I had a tooth here, one particular tooth that was very, very yellow. So as a teenager, I did get them whitened professionally. And ever since then, they've never really gone back to very yellow, but before the braces, they weren't as white as they were now. I was just such a good scrubber when I had the braces that they got very, very white, and I was always using whitening toothpastes, and one of the best ones that I've ever used, and I still use this one, is the Colgate Max White 1 toothpaste. There's a lot of toothpastes you can't get in Europe that you can get, say, in America because of the peroxide content or whatever in them. So as far as the UK and European or Irish and European ones go, this is one of the better ones that I've tried. So that's the Colgate Max White 1, and it tastes really nice. Then I show this every time I do an Empties, but it's a MAC brush cleanser, and I only actually have one to show you this time, and the reason being is because of this guy. Now, I purposely haven't done a video or a blog post about this because I can't openly recommend it as a makeup brush cleaner, because it's not been tested for that, and I don't want anyone, I wouldn't recommend anyone go out and do that when they could react to it. I'm not sure. Now, it is non-toxic. It is the brush cleanser and preserver, the Masters brush cleanser and preserver. So this is actually for art brushes. If anyone isn't aware of it, I am a painter before I was a makeup artist. I went to art college and I specialised in painting, and I have still all my painting stuff and stuff at home. I don't do it as much as I should anymore. I still do it the odd time if I get a bit inspired, but and then the longer I was kind of doing makeup, the less I did painting. Now, this is one thing that I thought was amazing when I was painting, and you can't see it now. I have another one up in the kitchen, but it's just basically, it looks like white soap. The ingredients are proprietary, so they will not let you know what the kind of special ingredients are, but it is non-toxic, and so far so good. It works fine on me. I found that it got out stuff in some of my brushes, particularly that were really stuck in there from last Halloween, that no other brush cleanser or washing up liquid or anything else was able to get out. This is designed to get out even like oil paint from brushes, and anyone will tell you that is a nightmare to get out. So even hard oil paint, like, so that's why I think this is absolutely amazing. It's not that expensive. You buy it in an art and craft store. Like I said, use it at your own risk, because it's not being tested for use on brushes that are going to be used on the skin. All I can say is that it is non-toxic. I've used it myself and I've no bother with it. It's never affected me. It's really nice for the brushes because it does have the preservatives in it for brush hairs, and of course loads of actual art brushes are natural as well. I mean, you get your sable art brushes and all that kind of stuff, and this is perfect for them. So you can try it out if you're willing to take the risk. It's all on your own though, just let me say that, and I just think it's amazing. So that was a bit long-winded. Then a few, well, the only real makeup bit I have then is my MAC Hot and Naughty lash. I had one where the wand on it got totally misshapen and messed up, but I threw that one away. And this was another one. I've had a couple of these. I think they're amazing, and this one, it dried up. It's gone like kind of dry and a bit rubbish, but this is a fantastic mascara. I think it's about €24 here in Ireland, so it is a little bit expensive, but when it's really, really good, you don't really mind paying for it, because lashes are like one of my things. I love having nice volumized lashes, so that's that guy. The kind of only other standalone thing that I can show you is this Nivea Pearl and Beauty antiperspirant. Now I'm going to make a little confession. I don't wear antiperspirant. I don't wear deodorant. I definitely don't like deodorant anyhow. I mean, that's just to make you smell without actually doing anything about the sweat. But antiperspirants, I personally don't agree with them. My aunt years and years ago, when I was quite young, always said how she thought that they were carcinogenic, because of course you're clogging up the your lymph nodes, or you're clogging up your sweat glands that is supposed to get rid of stuff that the body needs to get rid of. So that's always kind of stayed with me. I'm sure they might be fine, I don't know, but I personally don't feel comfortable using antiperspirants. But there always will be the one time every now and again, say when you have a certain job on, where you just need to be like extra sure that you're not going to be sweaty and stinky and rank. So this would be used for that, and I probably have had this for about 2 years, and look at the sizing of it. I rarely use it. Luckily I don't smell. It might be down to the fact that I've never used antiperspirant. I'm not a sweater as such, so it's not really something I ever worry too much about. But yeah, finished up that guy. I should say what it is. Sorry, it's the Nivea. I did say it. It's the 24-hour Nivea antiperspirant, so that's that guy. Then everything else is skincare, so I'm going to rush through these. I have the Clinique All About Eyes, which I've mentioned a million times before. I think it's a fantastic product. It's great for underneath makeup. Then I finished off a couple of these. I am pretty obsessed with lip balms. I have lip conditioners everywhere. I have about 10 of them scattered around the house. I have them in work. I have them in my different bags. I just need them constantly because I have very dry lips, or they have a tendency to get very dry. So these are my favourite ones. They are the Vichy Aquilia Thermal Lips. I think it's about €4 in Galway or in Ireland. And they're just really lovely, soft, buttery lip balms. Then I finished off this guy towards the end of the summer. Yeah, when I was on holiday. I finished off loads of other sun protection creams and stuff like that when I was on holiday as well, but I didn't bring home the Empties with me because that would have been daft. I wouldn't have had enough space in my suitcase. But this is one thing that I had nearly finished when I got home, and then I needed to use it another few times just to finish it off totally. So it's the Vichy SPF Capital Soleil face emulsion. So this is great because it's for combination oily skin. So if you want the matte finish to your face, this is fantastic, because I find a lot of other sunblocks can leave me quite shiny because they just, that's kind of how the formulas tend to be. This one leaves you really nice and matte, which is brilliant for very hot days. Then I finished this Clinique Moisture Surge Gel. This I actually got free with a magazine. It's a 30ml little like container, which if you think about it, that's the same as, you know, most other skincare things. This is 30ml, my Vichy serum here, and you know most foundations are 30ml, so it was a huge size to get for free in a magazine, and it lasted me ages. And this it's more hydrating than moisturising. Anyone will know that gels tend to be more hydrating rather than moisturising, and it's the creams that tend to be more moisturising, like really rich or emollient or whatever. But this is lovely, and it says you can just leave it on for a 5-minute moisture mask, or you can just put it on all over as a moisturiser, and I really liked that. So that's that guy. Then the Elemis Tranquil Touch Body Polish. This is from their Body Exotics range, and this is just a really nice physical exfoliator that I just used to use in the shower. It took me a good while to finish because I'd have a few of them on the go at the one time, but it was nice. It's nothing, didn't really like blow my mind or anything like that. It was just really nice. It was a really decent exfoliator. I don't really know the price. It was sent to me. I think I did a blog post on it, but Elemis is a spa only brand anyhow here in Ireland, and maybe not the most affordable thing in the world. It's not really expensive, but it's not like cheap. I finished this other sample size thing that I got, and I brought this on holiday with me. It's the Avene Extremely Gentle Cleanser, and I did like this as far as like kind of creamy gel cleansers go. I prefer my water cleansers or my micellar solutions, but this was a nice alternative, and this was another decent size. This was a 50ml, so you know it's not a bad size. What's the word I'm looking for? A sample. Okay, another few bits would be my mineralized charged water spray, which I absolutely love, and I go through that like no one's business. I use it all the time on my face for like toning. I use it for adding moisture. I use it for refreshing my makeup. I use it to put a moisture on my skin before like actual moisturising. So that's brilliant, and that one has the diamond powder in it, so it kind of gives a bit more of a glow to the face than the Fix Plus does. Another thing I've had for a long time that I only really finished is the Sanctuary Spa Perfect Skin Youth Boosting Facial, and this is the Warming Microabrasion Polish. It has the longest name in the world. So this I got a long time ago in Boots, and the reason I got it was because after I read on what was on the back, basically what it does is it heats as you apply to the skin, and it's really unusual. It feels hot, not just warm, like it actually feels hot, quite warm, as you're putting it on the skin. And what that's supposed to do is draw out impurities. I loved the feeling of it being hot because you kind of feel like it's doing something, and it has like little micro bits in it to, you know, exfoliate physically, to actually move some of the dead bits on top of your skin. But I'm not sure if it made my skin look amazing enough to absolutely love it, because I've used other exfoliators before where my skin was amazing and blinging gorgeous afterwards, whereas this one, it was just like grand. So it's a nice one, but I think it's a bit more gimmicky, unless maybe I wasn't using it right or something. I'm not too sure. Maybe it wasn't perfect for my own skin type, but that was that guy anyhow. Then to finish off the last few bits, I have this Yes to Carrots Eye and Face Makeup Remover. Took me forever to finish this off, and I just wasn't that bonkers about it. It was quite a thick kind of gloopy cream cleanser, and it worked fine, but I just much prefer my more fluid cleansers, and the smell wasn't maybe my favourite thing in the world. So that's the Yes to Carrots. It wasn't bad. At the start I liked it more at the, you know, when I first got it I liked it more at the start, but as it was going on and I was like, oh my god, this is never going to be empty, it was kind of annoying me. So, but I kept with it and I eventually finished it off. Then this Roger and Gallet Paris Lait de Bienfait, which is milk with benefits, I think. So it is a body lotion, and it's 24-hour hydration. Sorry, I'm talking like an idiot now. And this is for the body, and it smells amazing. I did mention this in videos before, and I did a blog post on it, which I'll link to below, but this smells like blood orange, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I loved this. I was supposed to give this to my mum, and I had to backtrack on it because I loved it so much. So I think I could see myself repurchasing this if I run out of any of all my current ones. But yeah, Roger and Gallet, that's really nice, and it's a bit more of a luxury kind of brand, but it's really nice. It's not too expensive either. Then I finished off another one of this, which is my Garnier Simply Essentials 2-in-1. I'm trying to fit it all in really quick now, and that's why I'm making such a blubbering mess of talking, so I'll try that again. My Garnier Simply Essentials Soothing 2-in-1 Makeup Remover. So this is what I use on my eyes. I do use it all over the face sometimes as well to get off the bulk of it, but I'll always go in with another cleanser as well then to remove any residue. But I go through them like no one's business. Then I finished another one of my micellar solutions. This is the Vichy one. I'm currently using a L'Oreal one, but they're all pretty much the same. I love that. That's my main cleanser. I finished off a couple of more of my sprays. So this is the Avène thermal water spray and the smaller La Roche-Posay thermal water spray. Kind of use them the same way I would my MAC ones. Then this little one I got from Simple. It's the Kind to Skin Moisture Boost Hydro Mist. Now, I got this because it was new and I hadn't tried it before, and it says that it has loads of vitamins and minerals and stuff like that in it. It was expensive for the size. This wee yoke here was about €8 and it's only a 50ml size. I did like the, you know, the pump action. I did like the actual product itself. The smell I didn't love maybe as much as other ones. It was a bit earthy. But it was grand. I wouldn't repurchase though because it was too expensive for what it was. Then the last bits would be the Lift Active Serum 10 for eyes by Vichy. I loved this. I'm actually really sorry that it's finished. It's I think about 20 something here in Ireland, so I'm definitely going to repurchase. I almost use this not just as an eye cream, but I use it as like the way you would with a serum on your face. You put on the serum first and then you put on your moisturiser afterwards. That was what I was doing with this. It is just a really lovely hydrating serum. So I used to put this all over the eye area, like literally all over top and bottom. Let it sink in a little bit, then I'd go over with whatever other eye cream I was using. Then when that finished up, for the first few days, I kind of felt like my eyes were a bit dry without it. Because I wasn't getting the daily dose, I mean the bi-daily dose of this that I was used to over the last couple of months. So I think I'm definitely going to repurchase that. And then this guy here is the last night cream I was using, and it's the Rock Wrinkle Correction night cream. Now this is a retinol based product and I am in love with my retinol based products for nighttime. I'm going to do a separate video on it soon just to kind of let you all know about retinol and what it does and how it works. And you know, it's my kind of #1 wrinkle fighting thing for when you're young. But, well, one of my number ones. You need to be using your sunblock and stuff like that throughout the day, but it's absolutely amazing. And this is a really good one to start on because it's not too strong. I'm actually using a La Roche-Posay one, which is the strongest one you can get without prescription at the moment, but it's good to start off with something like this first so your skin can get used to it. And this was brilliant. I got this in Boots. Boots are no longer doing Rock, but you can get it in Metal Flaherty's in Ireland. And I'm sure you can get it in loads of other places, but you can get it online besides that. And that's that. I'm sure this is going to be a really long video, so I will try and do my next empties a bit earlier or kind of before I have this much stuff accumulated. But in the meantime, thanks a million for watching, guys, and I'll chat to you all really soon. Slán!